awesome.
Wow, that was very spectacular. I'm feeling a little anticlimactic after that.
I need to stretch now.
Yeah. Because we're the guys who pretend to do that.
Well, thank you guys for being here on Sunday morning.
No kidding.
Sunday morning.
Exactly. Do you want to start at your end, Alexis, and tell them all about you?
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. My name is Alexis Tipton, and I am a voice actress for Funimation Entertainment in Dallas, Texas. And I've been in lots of cool stuff. I was Mocha in Rosario Plus Vampire. I was Lucy in Sekirei, Yomi in Gare Zero, Mitsuki in Baka and Test, Yuki and Dance the Vampire Bund, and lots of other cool stuff. So, yay!
My name's Kyle Aber. I'm one of those voice peeps currently in LA. I started with Funimation though on Dragon Ball Z 12 years ago. As the narrator in Teen Gohan. Kiba on Naruto, Aizen on Bleach, Ryu on Street Fighter, Kamina on Gurren Lagann, and recently Super Scroll on the Avengers cartoon.
Robert Axelrod started out in New York where I did absolutely no voiceovers except develop my talent. But in LA, I did my first job. It was called Banner the Squirrel. It was a show for little kids, and I played Banner the Squirrel. Talking squirrel. A very wise squirrel. Anyway, voices Lord Zed, Finster, Digimon, Wizardmon, Armadillomon, and Robotech, and many others. And I'm happy to be here.
Hi everybody, my name is Todd Haberkorn. Hopefully you would know me from shows like Oran High School Host Club where I play Hikaru, Yes the Kid in Story, also Natsu in Fairy Tale, and see what else is going on. Alan Walker in Deep Gray Man, Kero and Sergeant Frog, and a lot of other fun stuff. So thank you guys for being here.
Isn't he just so dreamy? I'm swooning up here.
Find me later.
All right. Good morning or afternoon. No, is it still? I don't know. My watch is still on California time. Hey, I'm Christopher Smith, and I've done a few things and my memory's so bad I had to make a list. I am Captain Bright Noah in Gundam Unicorn. I'm Major Peter Soyuz in Full Metal Alchemist Sacred Star of Nero. I am Kitan in Gurren Lagann. I'm Madoka Kagune in Bleach. I'm a bunch of people in Naruto. I'm Rufus in Street Fighter 4. I'm a ton of people in World of Warcraft. I'm Super Combat versus DC. I'm one of the new voices for the Joker in the current release of Lego Batman 2. The new voice for Race Bannon. Any of you guys know Johnny Quest? Anyway. Good morning.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Kit Williams, Dragon Ball Z. Narrator, Yu Haku Show. I've done my own talking squirrel, Mao, from the manga, from Dr. Black. And father, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And Vittori Soma, Fruit Basket.
Well, I think let me just prognosticate here what's going to be asked.
Ooh, polysyllabic.
Yes, my only one.
That's good.
I guess how many people want to know how to get into voice acting? Okay. I'm going to tell you the secret right now so you can get that question answered and we can get to the other questions. Bribery. You have to be good with your baked goods. I love apple fritters. If you bring me apple fritters, I might have something for you. What's your favorite baked good down there, guys?
Yes, chocolate.
Chocolate. Baked chocolate? What about you, Robert?
I'm partial to Diet Coke.
Okay, Diet Coke. You drink chocolate.
Well baked diet.
I've been eating the donut before.
Half baked.
Half baked, okay.
Really good peanut butter cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way to my heart. Buttercream frosted sugar cookies.
That's how you get into voice
And then the
acting.
insulin shot afterwards.
Good. That we answered how to get into voice acting.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, what's cool about this is, for me, is that I get to be on a panel with everybody that has done like years and years of voiceover stuff, and I get to sit back and like, oh man, those are the legends and stuff like that. So it's fun to hear their tales about getting started and stuff like that. And I know that Robert, for you, like you got your start in New York,
Yeah.
and you were, what? So you said it wasn't voiceover, was it?
I
stage, or
was
was
a stage and film and TV actor in New York. And I fooled around with voices, but I actually had a chance to go to Japan to do anime voices, and I turned it down.
What show was it for?
I have no idea. The guy just wanted to send me to Japan.
Come record in this band.
He was with Tony. He was with, I think, Tony. And they had a whole bunch of shows, and they were just looking to turn them into English. And I didn't know my ass from a hole in the ground about the game. So I didn't.
So you walked past the hole in the ground. That my ass.
Awkward.
So you did that, and so you did.
Little did I know that 10 years later, that's exactly what I would be doing in LA, was English versions of foreign films and cartoons. So I got started in voiceover in LA, like I said, Banner of the Squirrel. And it was at a time where cable TV first started blossoming, and they were looking for product, and a lot of people who owned feature films, low-budget feature films, were trying to dub it into English to help with distribution. So there was a lot of work there. There was just tons of work, and I did a lot of it. And then we hit the first series that really hit was Robotech. Was the first series that really got national recognition and international recognition. So I did the first 35 episodes, and then came tons of series until the Power Rangers hit.
So and then over with you, Alexis, you and I have done a lot of shows now.
Yes, we have.
And like we're either always love interests or.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's about it, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think you were my brother one
Nothing
time.
but love.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They love it now.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
See, I always thought that you were. Every time I heard Alexis in the booth, I always thought it was Jamie for the
I
longest
remember you
time.
saying that, which is a nice change from Laura Bailey. So.
Yeah,
Now that- now that we're-
no, there's a new one. And so, what was the first show that we did our thing on? Was it?
I think I know that we were in Line Barrels of Iron together. I believe you played my brother, my creepy, weird
Yeah,
brother.
with the fur coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the first show we did where we were love interest was My Bride's Mermaid.
No, that's right. Okay, my voice remembers that show. Did you set out to work at Funimation, or was it like?
I started with theater, and I did theater for the longest time. When I was in middle school, like elementary school, I was doing theater, but I was convinced I wanted to be a singer when I grew up. So, but I did more and more theater, and my mom's an actress and a professional storyteller, and does a lot of things with her voice as well as, her presence on stage, and that was really what inspired me to pursue acting. I did a lot of stage work in high school and went on to do a little bit of it in college, but I'd always been a fan of doing character voices on stage, and I just thought it sounded really, really fun. And about that time, when I started to develop this interest, Funimation moved to Flower Mound, which is really close to where I was living, or where I live. And I was a fan of anime before I became a voice actress, and I just thought, hey, how cool would it be to combine my love of acting and this wonderful hobby of anime and get paid to do it? Like, how awesome would that be? So I decided to give it a go, and was fortunate enough to get hired. So
You built your city on hell, they built your city.
So,
yeah.
and then Kyle plays like so when I would play Street Fighter, I would play one of two characters. I would either be Ken or Ryu. And that's the man right there. When I hear his Hadoukens and stuff, I'm like, that's Kyle. It's always really cool for me when I hear voice actors doing things that I can't picture them actually doing it behind the mic. And that's your role right there, isn't it?
Yep, because obviously I'm buff and all that stuff. No, voice actors never look how they sound. Yeah, that was pretty trippy to get cast on such an iconic series and certainly a role.
Did you flip out at the audition for it?
Yeah. They had us sign, they were so secretive that they had us sign a non-disclosure agreement at the audition. It's pretty typical to have us sign it at the recording session, but they were so secretive, like, do not blog about this, don't tweet, don't Facebook, you know nothing. And okay, it's like, when you open that binder and pick the characters you want to read for, you might freak out a little bit. So I opened the book, I'm like, no! Like, okay.
Would you say that's like is that the most fanboy role you've had where you're opening up and like, oh my god?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Well, actually, DBZ. I was a huge fan of DBZ. Remember, it first came to the States in 2005, and they would air the first 2 seasons they dubbed in Canada over and over and over again. And then it switched to Cartoon Network. And then Funimation got it in 1999, and it became the Chris Savage Show. And then the summer of 2000, they got to this new story arc, and I happened to be working in radio. I was halfway through a 13-year radio career, or radio disc, actually. And, yeah, my weird on-air name. But anyway, I heard about auditions, and I got lucky. I tried out for Teen Gohan, which I eventually got, but I started out with the little bit parts on the Bardock special and the end of the Cell Saga. So that was like literally 2 achievements unlocked. I wanted to do voice acting for animation since I was a kid, and then I'm working on a show I'm a fan of, so huzzah!
You got the life.
I do! Yeah. And now I'm here. I get to travel the country, the world. Actually, thanks to the fans, of course, you guys, buying the shows and games and making our jobs possible.
So you were the narrator in DBZ.
Yes.
And then Kent, you were the narrator in Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody loves that
Brother.
show.
Yeah.
And brother. See, when we travel and I get to see Kent out on the floor doing his thing, they love Yu Yu Hakusho. And so how long ago that was...
Oh my God, I think I had hair back then.
And people still love that show. Would you say that's like your most recognizable... Do people come up and say, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fruits Basket, Kent Williams?
Yeah, those 3. DBZ, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fruits Basket. And those were my first 3 projects.
Those are your first 3?
Yeah.
And when did you started like, when the doors of Funimation were like...
Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember when it was like Chris Sabat on one of those little fold-out plastic tables with Justin Cook engineering for him, and there was nothing going on. It was that empty bank building where they also served the people filing Chapter 13 bankruptcy.
Yeah, so there are 2 people entering the building. One with a smile, one with a frown. The one with the frown was going to the right, to the bank. Well, actually, when you come out of the elevator, it was to the right, the bankruptcy area, and to the left was the Funimation studio. So you knew, like, you don't talk to people that go this way. You don't want to get the sad cloud over you. Yeah. Now and so you were over there in the bank building, as it's called, in the bankruptcy building.
The bankruptcy building.
Yes. And those were your first 3 roles. I mean, did you?
Yeah, I auditioned my first role. I auditioned for Doctors a Row, and then got that, and then boom, 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 boom. At that time, there were just like just a handful of us. Wendy Powell's, Cindy Kranz's, and we just like Sabat. They just kept giving us and giving us and giving us roles. It was fantastic.
Because it was at a time when DBZ wasn't really what it is now. It was kind of like, we just need people. That's why Sabat was so many different roles in the shows, because they didn't have time to find the people to do it. And so Sabat's like, okay, well, I guess I'll do 1 or 2 or 3 or 33 roles in the show, and that's cool. And so it just kept going for you.
They even got their librarian from their university to come and do Chelsea.
Yeah, we're talking like people just out of nowhere, like
Scare them up.
lawyers were like, what are you doing right now? Do you know how to read? Come with me.
We do have a lawyer.
Yeah, he was Android 19 before I was. But, and see what's cool about this for me, remember when I was talking about how cool it is to be up here with everybody? So I've got Ryu over here, I've got Lord Zed right here. I used to watch Power Rangers all the time. And then I've got the Superman and Joker combo right here. This guy is awesome. Every time I talk to him, he's like, oh yeah, just now I'm the voice of NASA, or now I'm the voice God gave me a call and said he wants to take Tuesdays off, I get to be the voice of God. You know, it's like, he's awesome. He does everything.
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. And so you've been able to, you've been in video games for a long, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of video games.
Yeah, lots and lots of video games. I actually started out doing, there was what's considered, and you can Google this, there was a video game done in like the early 80s called Marvin the Moose. It was like a glorified slideshow with voices attached. And I remember it was the very first video game that I worked on that I never heard of, really. I mean, before that, what do you like the voice of Pong? Yeah, right. I'm the voice of but no, we went in. I remember coming in to do this. God, I was like this tall. I was so young, and they paid us $50. I was so excited. Oh my God! I was like, oh wow, okay, oh my God. And so things have changed dramatically since then. And yes, I am only a little taller. But the video games that I've gotten to do more recently are a lot more fun and a lot more complex. Video games have become so complex. I mean, you guys, God bless you, you're demanding complex stories and good characters and good cutscenes and good acting and stuff. It makes it harder on us, but God, it's so fulfilling. It is so fulfilling to go in and actually be able to, because all of us, we all train to be actors, so to be able to go in and do these great scenes that then get rendered so beautifully in the game, that's just the best. It's just the best.
So you've done, what would be your favorite video game role that you've done? If you had to pick like your top 3.
Top 3. Well, top one is Joker. That was just the most fun. I was so nervous. Mark Hamill had just retired, and they stuck us all in a room. A lot of times when we're working, we're in a booth by ourselves, and we're not working with any of the other actors. We're not working with any context. We're not working off of anybody else's performance. Well, for Lego Batman, that couldn't have been further from the case. There were about 10 of us in the room, and I walked in, and I wound up sitting in between Troy Baker and a guy by the name of Rob Paulson. You heard of Rob Paulson? He's Pinky in the Brain, and Yakko Warner, and a bazillion other things. Nicest guy in the world. Also, Travis Willingham, Lauren Bailey, Steve Bloom, blah, 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 and me. And I'm looking around, and one of these things is not like the other. It's going through my head. Plus the game primarily, but the little movies that we were making were very Joker-centric. In fact, it started out with the laugh and then a page of Joker dialogue. And I had never done this character before. I had to audition for it, and that's how I got it. But I had never done it. It wasn't something comfortable that I was walking into, and I just like, all right, guys, you just sit down. I got this. I'm cool. No, everybody's like staring at me like, you're the new kid. Okay, do it. And Rob Paulson and I don't know, Troy's he's texting or something like that. But Rob Paulson's like looking at me like this, like, okay, do it. And again, starts off with the laugh, and then this page of stuff, and I get done, and I look around, and everybody's quiet, and Rob Paulson just looks up at me, and he goes, nice job, kid. And I'm like, thank you very much, I really appreciate that, and on the inside, it's like, best day ever, best work day ever, thus far. So yeah, Joker, favorite. Then Superman, and then Moloch Ball in Skyrim. So Superman or Moloch Ball, I'm not sure which. Kind of like.
They should fight.
Kind of like they should. That would be cool. I know some narrators maybe could narrate it.
Oh yeah, they've been a narrator out before, yeah. Well, I tell you what, you guys have questions for everybody up here? Because I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna come to you with this mic. This mic, you can all hear it.
It's gonna be like the Jerry Springer show.
Yeah, delicious. You have a question? Well, I'm going to come to you. It's a request for me, okay?
There was an Alan here yesterday, and she wanted to be a voice actor, and I asked her what she wanted to ask, and she said, in Carolyn's voice, will you tell her that I wish to see you in Funimation one day?
What is her name again?
Delaney. She was out walking yesterday.
Yes, Delaney, I remember her, about this tall with a little pink candy around her neck. Well, I wish to see you at Funimation one day, and I hope you're not going to be doing the role I'll be doing, otherwise we will fight in the hallway. Anyway, I will see you there. Ciao.
Hi. What's your name?
Shayna,
Where are you from?
Northtown, India.
Where is that?
Out of the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm glad you made it safely. What is your question?
Request for you.
Yes.
Can you do a symmetrical ramp?
Oh, why do you make me think of these things? Look at this floor, isn't it symmetrical at all? I don't have that square that's out in the middle of nowhere. It makes me feel like it's symmetrical carpet. Right? Everybody, this is Trevor.
Hi.
And you are from this area.
Yes, Minneapolis.
Okay, how old are you?
18.
How long have you been watching anime?
I've been watching anime since I was like, 7 years old.
7 years old? That's awesome. So you know all these people up here.
Yeah, I know all these people. Oh, I like seeing Dragon Ball. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah. What's your question?
Oh, my question is, please, this is like 3 questions.
How about we pick the most bestest one?
Go back to one. Can you do Italy's voice from Italia? Yes. Talk about our entire town in this episode too.
Talk about the entire town, where there's not enough pasta for one thing. But you're crazy. It's 108 degrees outside. I should put fresh pasta in a little pot of water and it'll cook by itself. It'll be ready at the end of the pan. Right here. Hello, what's your name?
I want to ask.
Oh, I remember you. I signed the top of your eye patch in case your eyeball got lost. You'd be like, oh, it belongs to her. There's the eye patch. So you're from this area, right? Where are you from? Bloomington. What continent is that on?
Chris from World of Warcraft, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We know how to chat. Okay. What's your question?
Okay, this is for absolutely everybody. If you could have any other job, what would it be besides Clippers?
Any other job that you could use? Tell me, Kent Williams.
Man, a giraffe trainer. I would be the ambassador to the south of France.
I would be the executive producer of something. Some movie. A movie. Or many movies. One after the other.
Yay!
I'd be playing drums in a rock band.
I could be a singer or a movie star.
I would be a trust fund baby that sells like billions of dollars. I would wipe my tears with $100 bills. I remember you.
Hi.
Hello, tell me your name one more time.
Kathleen.
Okay,
One more time.
Kathleen.
Well, third time.
Kathleen.
Okay.
Cool, what's your question?
For Chris, can you do one of your characters from World of Warcraft?
Oh. Yeah.
I've been waiting for you, young prince.
We've got World of Warcraft going. We've got Hannah. I'm going to come and invade your space, pardon me. Okay, hello, good to see you. What shirt are you wearing today? Dinner shirt. Two up there, and you have Monsuno toys. Who up there is involved in Monsuno? Oh, I really.
The check is in the mail.
So what's your question?
I don't play Street Fighter.
I'm wondering what's it like to play the most awesome guy with the mustache from Sergeant Frog, Paul?
Oh, my mustache. I miss Paul. I miss him tremendously. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did. Do you remember how many episodes we did of that show?
I'm sure you do.
Oh, 82.
You clocked a lot of hours on that one.
80. I would record that show 12 hours a day, actually. I would record from 10 to 6, take a quick break, and then 6 to 10, and then I would cry in the fetal position in the evening.
And wipe your tears with $100 bills.
All I ever wanted, all I ever needed was frog in my booth. Let's see about here. How you go?
Josh from Indiana. This is for all the voice actors. How do you remember how to form your throat and mouth to make voices between recording sessions for the same character?
Okay, how do you formulate your physical self to make these voices? Yeah, how do you remember it? I copy Vic Mignogna, but
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I know. I guess. So, how do you guys remember the voices that you do? Is your question, right? Yeah.
Do we remember, or how do we remember?
How?
Well, they do make little reference clips for us in our session. So even if it's as little as a day or 6 months, because we recorded multiple projects. So something's like, oh, what does this sound like? They'll happily have some MP3s ready. They're like, oh, you sound like this, or they'll play our audition.
He's Kyle, right? Huh? He's Kyle?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. The glories of Pro Tools.
Okay.
Let's see.
I take notes also sometimes. I'll take a note that might just remind me a few words that keys in the voice. Something like, Groucho Marx. If I use Groucho Marx as an offshoot or something like that.
Yes. Mike Solasad, who is Soul and Soul Eater, said that he listened to Todd Haberkorn and Vic Mignogna DVDs and literally copied them. That's how he. Yes, that's what he did. And so when I'm first meeting him, I'm like, hello, Mike, bro. Nice to meet you. Because he actually voice matched me one time in a show, and I got scared because I'm like, oh my god, that wasn't me. Who was that? They're telling me about this kid, and I'm like, and I'm wandering from booth to booth looking for him, and then I see him in the room like, hello. Lights out. Wake up. He's bloody and on the floor. But, Mike is a really cool guy. He sounds really good in that show, too. What's your name? Edie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm lovely. Hit us with your question.
This is for everybody. I was wondering what the most maybe exciting or unique thing that has ever happened to you at one of these conventions.
A weird thing that's happened to us.
Exciting or most unique thing that has happened to you at a convention. Alexa, system, go!
I haven't been to a lot of conventions, so I don't have anything like stand out. I mean, I've met a lot of really nice people, so some people have said some really nice things, but I don't have any crazy stories. Sorry.
I've had 2 fans come up and say, sign my arm, and then they had it tattooed. That's awesome. That makes dedication. Yes, badass. It's Axelrod.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, I was at a con that I got into a real bad auto accident. I wasn't driving, I was in the passenger seat. But I had to go to the hospital just to get checked out.
That sounds cool for Evil Knievel, but...
That made my evening. Ready to go to bed fairly early, order room service, and
the nurse was room
watch
service.
TV. And I ended up sitting in the emergency room for 3 hours.
People watching, but actors do.
Yeah, they had a TV there, so we watched the movie. So I didn't get room service though.
Tell me what hospital this was, I'll deal with it.
Some hospital in, where the hell was that? Come on, brain. I was at Memphis.
Memphis? I'm going to Tennessee next weekend.
You are.
I'm on it.
All right, don't get into the same accident I got into.
Well, I have to recreate it so I can get the same nurse.
Keystone Hospital.
Okay, I'll be like, this is from Axelrod.
All right.
What about you, Chris?
He's there in Russell some Jimmy's for me. For me, I don't know. Not a whole lot of weirdness happens. I tend to come to conventions with my son, and he keeps me in line. I guess I sort of have that dad persona. I'm like everybody's dad, and
you're the cool dad there from Smallville.
You were so sweet to say that. Because he's Dukes Hazard.
That's right.
Yeah. Just a good old boy. And but what does happen to me is I'll be like I'll walk up to a group of people and I'll be all like, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, oh crap, somebody's dad's here, hide the, and there's a checklist, the booze, the pot, the hentai, whatever. Someone's dad is here, we're busted. And I'm like, oh,
well, you've got the authority cop shade.
I do.
That's
I
it.
do.
That's it. It's like, boom, you're doing
All right. Cool.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. What about you, Ken?
I got to go ice skating last night.
Yeah, it was rad. It was rad.
It was rad. I don't have a lot of weird stuff that happens to me. I had like the dad episodes too. I just say Uncle Kent. Yeah. Uncle Kent's here.
Yeah, they didn't show us on the doll where Uncle Kent.
Hey, for me, I was ice skating was very fun. I was in Australia last weekend for a convention, and they brought. We didn't have time to go see the animals at the convention, so they were like, "Well, we'll bring the animals to you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so we're in a green room, and then there's a private room next to it. I'm talking like a room that's no bigger than this stage. And they're like, okay, come on over here. We've got some animals I want you to see. And so they're bringing out like pythons, koalas, kookaburras, what is it? It's a giant, a Wookiee-looking wombat, a giant wombat. Yeah, big, fat female wombat named, I think it was like Meredith or something. And she's like, if anyone does not need that name, it's that thing. And then like a crocodile and all this stuff. That was kind of cool because we're by the koala and you can't actually hold them in Victoria. It's illegal there to hold them. Only in like Perth and Adelaide and things like that can you hold them because they have like floating rib cages. And like if you grab them by their torso, you will break them and kill them, and then you will go to jail for a very long time. It's not like American prison. It's not like you go for 15 hours and then you're out. No, you go for 15 years. I'm looking at you. Okay, so you heard koala. He told me. And so I'm joking with you. I'm joking. I know you love koalas. I brought one for you right here. But the koalas, we were petting the koala, and all of a sudden I start seeing these little like bloop, 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 bloop. And he's like pooping all over the floor. And I'm like, dude, is this? He goes, oh, it's not weird. Here, look. He picks it up. And he's like, it's just eucalyptus. And he breaks it in half. He's like, see, it's eucalyptus. Look. And he's trying to put it in my face. I don't know how you do things in Australia, but in America, we don't hold poop onto other people's faces. That was not the coolest part, the animals were. But it was very cool, because when you're petting the koala, he's so, like, docile, he's falling asleep as you're petting him. It's like... Aww. It's like... He's getting really sleepy.
Who also holds his poop up here?
Yes. Stop. You're in the middle of the Yeah. Let's see, someone who is, what's your name again? Lucky, right?
Yeah, Lucky. Okay, what's your question?
Is this thing on?
Why do these people? Yeah, it's on.
I wish for a mic that would.
There you go.
I got a question for Kyle. How was it like when you did Street Fighter 4? Or filling the role for Ryu Street Fighter 4?
What was it like?
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Yeah, can you do a Hadouken for me or something?
Ooh. Hadouken!
Shows the sound and fury of that. Hello, Alicia. Sorry. What is your, where are you from? You're from here, far drive or close drive? Can you do me a favor and just, if we come back next year, will you not let the heat in? Will you just let it stay away? Will you do that for me? Yeah. Thank you, you're my best friend. What's your question?
What anime do you guys really
All right, what future children, we can't really discuss all that kind of stuff because, like, yeah, what anime is coming out in the future that we're in?
I did a new version of Captain Harlock, and the other one, Fist of the North Star.
Right, Jeff?
So these are actually old versions with new soundtracks are coming out.
Wow. You heard it here. All right. There's the news. That's awesome. Those are old school. Right on. Making them new again. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go. Here we go. Right back here. Hello, sir. Hello. Tell me your name one more time. Amos. Okay. And you are from?
Southside, baby.
Southside. Okay. Very nice. Now, what's your question?
Alexis, have you ever tried to order Todd around a Queen Victoria outranks the Viscount Druid?
Oh, what? I heard Queen Victoria, Todd, and outrank.
Queen Victoria outranks Viscount Druid.
Okay.
So if you tried to order me around, is what he's asking.
I think she would have that authority. She's a queen, and she's crazy. So.
A queen also means diva.
She's actually a queen.
Oh, that's true. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
1 point Alexis, 0 point Haberkorn.
Can't wiggle out of that one.
Let's see, I'm coming to you. Don't run away. Oh, hold on one second. Watch this. So Kent Williams is fantastic with Pokemon. He knows everything about Pokemon. Watch this. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to tell me which one this is, Kent.
It's a Tepe.
Bam!
I thought before you hit it.
Santa's real. Okay, so what's your name? Darby. Darby, what's your question?
I would like to hear the Joker laugh.
The Joker.
We gotta back up a little bit.
Of course I'm joking. I'm the Joker. I'm here all week. Tip your cow.
That's it, kid.
When my son I got him that game for the 3DS, and he's playing it, and in the other room, I hear that laugh, and I was like, that's Chris Smith. And I went and I tried to go play it. It's a pretty difficult game if you don't play a lot of the Lego games. Like, I don't know where it's one of those games that's not hard, but it's like, if you don't know where you're going, you're just going to do this in a corner for an hour.
Did you ever figure out how to save?
It automatically saves after you beat the level. We had to spend like an hour trying to figure out how to save the game. We finally did. Let's see. Did you have a question?
I was going to ask, do any of you guys cosplay, or have you ever cosplayed characters like the boys? I do.
She's very good at it. Alexis is awesome at it.
What?
You're awesome at it.
My arsenal?
You're awesome at it. You're awesome at it? What do you think?
It's going that way.
Show us your arsenal. I am first generation chieftain. What's your favorite cosplay that you like to do?
Well, I don't really cosplay as much as I used to anymore, just because I don't have time.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one I've ever done was I did Princess Euphemia, but it was an art book version from Code Geass.
Very cool. Anyone else up there cosplay?
Actually, a fan made me an Ox King helmet.
I'm gonna try to.
I saw you put that on, I think. You posted a pic of it, right?
It looked great, yeah. I put on glasses and I'm totally, oh,
And anyone else? Have you guys cosplayed? Yes, of course. Have you dressed up as a character that you voiced, or have you dressed up as any character at a convention?
No, never have.
You ever went on a date as Lord's Dad?
The costume was too small for me. So I didn't get into it.
What about you guys?
I've gotten a lot of girls today.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
A lot of girls.
I grew up at conventions back in the day, really old school, back when it was original Star Wars and original Battlestar. And I used to cosplay as back when Lieutenant Starbuck was a guy. Way back, in fact, and that led to my first job out of high school, which was working for the Universal Studios tour. They actually cast me to do a live version of Lieutenant Starbuck and save thousands of tourists from the Cylon Menace every 2 minutes.
And you posted those pictures. I've seen those pictures.
Yeah. I had long, flowing blonde hair.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
What about you, Ken?
I would love a Mamanga suit.
Okay. You heard it.
Flying squirrel.
Flying squirrel suit for Ken Williams. I've cosplayed as Ling one time. It was in Asen when we announced that I was going to be playing Ling. Is when we did. So we've got time for one final question. Oh my lord. Okay, so we've got time for one more question, and Ken Williams is going to pick the person that gets to ask it. Wait, okay, I'm just going to hover.
I see green. I just see green.
Green? Okay, right here. What's your name?
Katie,
Katie, what is your question? Loud and proud.
can Kent and Kyle do the fusion dance as Ox King and Dr. Zero?
Dude, what, a fusion band?
That's Dr. Zero. You. Earring.
I know it.
Part.
I know it.
Okay, can you show us?
Yes.
We need a reference. Do we come together?
No, you start inward and then you go over and. Oh wait. Oh.
Delicious. And I think that's a fantastic last question. Guys.
Well done, well done.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here for the tour. Thank you, buddy. And we'll see you at closing ceremonies, if not before then. Somebody. Bye-bye.
I'll be doing autographs in the vendors room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody go and accost